This year, we have the honor and privilege of welcoming to our 125th National Convention the sole remaining Vietnam veteran currently serving in the United States Senate, and a proud VFW life member of General W.W. Atterbury, VFW Post 3420 in Newark, Delaware. Senator Tom Carper, a career public servant and leader. He joined the Navy in the late 60s and served as a naval flight officer, completing 3 tours of duty in Southeast Asia during the Vietnam War before transitioning to the Naval Reserve, from which he retired in 1991 as a captain and a P-3 aircraft mission commander. In parallel with and beyond his military career, Senator Carper has selflessly and dutifully served in many elected state and national roles, including Delaware State Treasurer, U.S. Congressman, Delaware Governor, and since 2001, U.S. Senator. Throughout his time on Capitol Hill, he's continuously worked across the aisle to advance legislation that has enhanced the services for the well-being of our nation's veterans and their families. As he approaches retirement, we can think of no one better person upon which to bestow one of our most prestigious awards. I am pleased now to present the VFW Commander-in-Chief Gold Medal of Merit to Senator Tom Carper.
Commander-in-Chief Gold Medal of Merit and Citation awarded to Senator Thomas R. Carper, United States Senate, Delaware, in recognition of his exemplary service and unwavering dedication to the welfare of our nation's veterans and their families. Senator Thomas R. Carper, life member of VFW Post 3420, has distinguished himself through a lifetime of commitment to the principles of duty, honor, and service. Having served 23 years in the United States Navy and Naval Reserves, he embodies the selflessness and sacrifice synonymous with the finest traditions of our armed forces. As the last Vietnam veteran still serving in the Senate and member of the Senate Veterans Job Caucus, Senator Carper has tirelessly championed the cause of veterans' rights and well-being. His advocacy for improving veterans' access to health care, ensuring timely processing of claims, advancing efforts to reduce unemployment rates for veterans, and supporting initiatives such as the post-9/11 GI Bill reflect his profound understanding of the challenges faced by those who have served our country with valor and distinction. His legislative initiatives, including the Federal Firefighter Cancer Detection and Prevention Act of 2023, and co-sponsorship of key bills such as the Guard VA Benefits Act and Dust-Off Crews of the Vietnam War Congressional Gold Medal Act, underscore his unwavering commitment to ensuring the well-being and rights of our service members and veterans. His steadfast belief that as Americans, we have a sacred obligation to our veterans and their families that include a responsibility to ensure that our returning heroes have the resources and opportunities they need when they arrive home, serves as a guiding principle in his advocacy and leadership. Senator Carper's outstanding contributions to the welfare of our nation's veterans and his enduring dedication to their service and sacrifice has justly earned him the highest level of admiration, respect, and gratitude of the veterans of foreign wars of the United States, in witness whereof we have hereunto set our hands in the official seal of the Veterans of Foreign Wars of the United States this 29th day of July, 2024, signed by Dwayne Sarmiento, Commander-in-Chief, and Dan West, Adjutant General.
Good morning. Anybody here ever been to Delaware? I mean, not just drive through and pay the toll, not just avoid paying a sales tax, going to one of the finest five-star beaches in the country, maybe getting your health care from the VA facility in Ellesmere, Delaware. Have you ever been there? Come here, tell them.
Yes, I get health care at VA in Ellesmere, Delaware. It's one of the best facilities in the country, sir.
There you go. All right. Woo! All right. We got some folks over here from Delaware, and I'm going to ask them to stand up and take a bow, if you would. Come on, guys, stand up and take a bow, please. I actually think I have some names here. Mark Garduno, Bill Wood, Tom Diorio, Russ Hall, John Merrill, Steve McGuire, and I see some women over there too. Let's hear it for the women. I mentioned that the healthcare center that Dwayne takes advantage of, and along with a lot of other people in PA, New Jersey, and Delaware. But when I first got out of the Navy at the end of the Vietnam War, moved to Delaware to get an MBA and hook up with the Reserve Squadron at Willow Grove Naval Air Station. But at that time, we had no facilities for women. We had a lot of Vietnam women, veterans, a lot of other veterans that are women, but they didn't get any health care from the same place that Dwayne and I have gotten health care for many, many years. That's changed. That has changed. Let's hear it for the women who didn't get the credit and didn't get the care that they deserved all those years. Let's hear it for them. Some of you know, some of you don't know, but I want to mention it. Delaware was the first colony to ratify the Constitution. And before any other of the 13 colonies ratified the Constitution, Delaware did. And Delaware became the first state as a result. And I'm going to ask, for those who are able to stand up right now. Stand up. Just stand up where you are. Stand up and reach over the person on either side of you. Take their hand. Seriously, stand up. Stand up. We're going to repeat the oath that we took all those years ago when we signed on with Uncle Sam and agreed to serve our country. And I'm going to say these words, and I want you to repeat after me. Are you ready? Are you ready? All right, here we go. We the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, establish domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America forever and ever and ever. I just added that part. Good job. Have a seat. Well, I want to thank you for the honor bestowed upon me today. I'm happy to be here with my colleague in the U.S. Senate Rand Paul, but I just want to say the honor that you bestowed upon me is undeserved but not unappreciated. Some people asked me earlier backstage, they said, was I born in Delaware? I was not born in Delaware. My sister and I were born in West Virginia. Do we have anybody here from West Virginia, the Mountain State? Yes, we do. Got a Beckley boy up here. My sister and I were born in Beckley, and we didn't have much. It was a coal mining town, hard work, deep faith, the understanding we all have the obligation to serve our country. Our father was a chief petty officer in the Navy in World War II and later. All right. He was a chief petty officer in the Navy and later in Korea. And all my uncles served in World War II or Korea. My mom's youngest brother, Bob, was killed in a kamikaze attack on his aircraft carrier in the Pacific Ocean at the age of 19. I have a great, bigger-than-life picture of him on the wall in my office in Washington. He is my all-time hero. But he died at the age of 19. They never recovered his body. My grandmother is Gold Star mother. Put your hands together for all the Gold Star moms here and across the country. One evening, my dad used the GI Bill after World War II to become a body repairman at Burleson Oldsmobile in Beckley, West Virginia. And later I sort of worked off of that and became a claims adjuster for Nationwide Insurance. And my father, one night he came home from supper in West Virginia, and he said to my sister and me, he said to us, we were like in, I don't know, third, fourth grade, he said, your mother and I want you to go to college. And we said, well, we want to go to college, Dad. We were like, I don't know, 8 or 9. And he said, and we expect you to figure out how to pay for it. We said, really? And he said, really? And from that day forward, I started thinking, how am I going to go to college? I don't have any money. And fortunately, I learned about something called Civil Air Patrol. Anybody ever been in Civil Air Patrol? But we have. Got to be a Civil Air Patrol cadet. And later, I was fortunate enough to get a Navy scholarship, Navy ROTC scholarship, and became a midshipman at Ohio State, and later on a Naval Flight Officer, P-3 Aircraft Mission Commander for many, many years. My homeroom, anybody remember being in homeroom and school and making announcements in the homeroom? But when I was a senior, I just missed out on the ability to go to the Air Force Academy. Missed the cutoff date, and I thought, oh my God, what am I going to do? And I found out about ROTC. I could barely spell ROTC, and I learned that it was a scholarship program. You could be in the Navy, learn how to fly, and I said, sign me up. And my guidance counselor said, it's not that easy. And but I did all the things I had to do, took tests and got physicals and so forth. I graduated, went off to Ohio State and graduated from Ohio State in 1968, right at the height of the Vietnam War. If you're a Vietnam veteran, stand up again. Vietnam veteran, just stand up again. Take our applause. Come on, let's hear it for him. I graduated in '68, headed off to join my squadron the next week, and then after that headed off to join my squadron in Southeast Asia 3 times during the Vietnam War. My squadron was led by some outstanding officers in the Navy world. The commanding officer of a P-3 squadron is a commander. And I was fortunate to have 3 commanders during the time I was with VP-40. 2 of the 3 became admirals, if you can believe that. They were my role models. They were the people who guided me and taught me a whole lot about leadership. And the last year that I was with my squadron, we won the Battle E for Excellence. The Battle E for Excellence. I don't know if you've ever been on a ship or submarine or aircraft carrier or a squadron. The Battle E for Excellence is about as good as you can get. Let's give VP-40 a round of applause. Okay, put your hands together, please. After 5 years of service, I said, I want to get an MBA, and I moved from California to Newark, Delaware, the University of Delaware, and signed up. And before I had been there for like a week, I learned that I could take my DD-214, like a bunch of you did, and I could take it and go to a VA facility and see what kind of health care I was eligible for. And I drove up Route 2 to Ellesmere, Delaware, to the VA facility, presented my DD-214. They said I was eligible for some dental benefits, and so I received them from a guy named Jerry Kayada. Jerry Kayada was a newly minted dentist, and he gave me dental care for a couple of weeks, and then I finally used all the dental care I needed, and I was about to say goodbye and thank him, and he said, if I were you, I would go someplace else for your health care. I said, really? He said, I'd go someplace else. The morale here is bad, the quality of care is not good. You can do better this, and you should. And I thought to myself, somebody should do something to change that. At this facility and every other one in the country. Today, that same facility where Dwayne gets his care, and I get mine and a lot of other people do, is a role model for healthcare delivery in the VA system across America. They are the gold standard there. We have CBOCs in Delaware in every community-based outpatient clinic in every county in my state. We have cemeteries up and down the state, veteran cemeteries. We never had a cemetery before that. We have we have a Vietnam a veterans home. We just opened about a month ago a dental clinic there for veterans all over the state. So we have actually taken some unhappiness that came from my first treatment by the VA, and we have transformed that to make our healthcare delivery system by the VA something we can be proud of, and you can be proud of it too. Go ahead. Go ahead. Who knows, you might be like Dwayne someday. Driving up I-95 and say, I need some health care. You can get off 95 in Delaware after you pay the toll and go to Ellesmere and get the health care there. Let me, before I conclude, let me just say that throughout my years in the Senate, and there have been quite a few of them, I have worked with Democrats and Republicans. And one of my favorite things is bipartisan solutions is lasting solutions. Think about that. Bipartisan solutions is lasting solutions. Let me hear you say that. Bipartisan solutions is lasting solutions. There you go. And as we work across the aisle, and when we do that, we can do amazing things. We did it when passing the PACT Act a couple of months ago, signed into law by President Biden, and now we're implementing it all over the country. There's something else that's called the 90-10 loophole. As many of you may know, this loophole allowed bad actors in the for-profit college sector to take advantage of our veterans' hard-earned GI benefits. Millions of military and veteran students use their hard-earned education benefits at a variety of educational institutions, including the types of trade and vocational schools that my own dad, World War II veteran, used to in the original GI Bill. Unfortunately, we've seen some poor outcomes for our veterans and for taxpayers from the bad actors in the for-profit college sector, and I knew we had to act. Our one veteran misled or mistreated is one too many, and I was proud that my Senate colleagues came together unanimously to pass the amendment that Senator Jerry Moran, a Republican, I'm a Democrat, he's a Republican from Kansas. Remember that I said earlier, bipartisan solutions are lasting solutions? And he and I work together on a lot of stuff. And I work with your senator here as well. Anyway, we authored an amendment with Jerry Moran to close the loophole once and for all. In closing, I want to mention two words: claim sharks. Claim sharks. How many have heard that term before? Claim sharks. Well, if you haven't, you're going to hear a lot more. But I've worked much of my career to make sure that our VA health care system, including our community-based outpatient clinics, provide first-class health care to our veterans, including female veterans. And I've also worked to protect these benefits from bad actors who try to take advantage of our veterans. That's why just last week, I co-hosted our annual Veteran Summit in Delaware with Senator Chris Coons, Representative Lisa Blunt Rochester. The Secretary of the VA, Dennis, actually the Secretary of the whole VA operation in our country was there, in order to raise awareness of the deceptive marketing tactics employed by those we know as claim sharks. Claim sharks are, who are these claim sharks? Let me just tell you, because they're a huge pain in the rear, and worse. But they are unaccredited liars. They are consultants who try to take advantage of vulnerable veterans by offering to help them file claims with the Veteran Benefits Administration, and then go on to take a significant percentage of the benefits that the veteran should receive. But because of the claim sharks, they don't get it. These predatory claim companies charge exorbitant fees for veterans for services provided free of charge by veteran service organizations like you, like the Veterans of Foreign War. At the summit last week, we spoke with dozens of veterans about the free resources available to them through the VA to help them avoid falling for scams and ensure that they know the full range of benefits to which they are entitled, a number of which come with the help of you and the VFW. Let me close with this. Throughout my years in the Senate, I have worked to deliver on the kind of promise that I've just made, and we'll leave it at that. Let me close with this. Leaders are humble, not haughty. Leaders have the heart of a servant. They understand that their job is to serve, not be served. Leaders have the courage to stay out of step when everyone else is marching to their own tune. Leaders unite, not divide. They build bridges, not walls. Leaders surround themselves with the best people they can find. When a team does well, the leader gives the credit to the team. When a team falls short, the leader takes the blame. Leaders don't build themselves up by taking others down. Leaders are aspirational. They appeal to people's better angels. A fellow named Camus, a Frenchman named Camus, once said that leaders are purveyors of hope. Leaders always seek to do what is right, not what is expedient or easy. They focus on excellence in everything they do. If it's not perfect, they say, let's make it better. And leaders treat other people the way they want to be treated. And finally, when leaders know they're right, they never give up. For all of you that are part of the VFW here in Delaware and across the country, thank you for being that kind of leader for our country now and the years to come for a long, long time. God bless you all. Thanks so much. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Come and see us in Delaware. Bring your DD 214, and you can leave your wallet at home because we have no sales tax. All right? Welcome. Thank you so much. God bless you all. Take care.